All right, next up we have Death of Some Salesman. This is an episode I've been looking forward to since I started this whole run through of the seasons. I remember this one vividly as a kid. I thought it was so gross and twisted and awesome. So we got Ed Begley here, and he plays this freaking dreadful human being. I mean, this is a person I want dead pretty much from like minute one. He is so awful. You're just like, please die, please die, please die, please die. And when he does, it's so rewarding. I love that this episode starts with the Crypt Keeper doing a parody of the Home Shopping Network with the Home Shopping Network. Because when I used to hang out with my buddies back in the drinking days, I used to tell them, and they would never believe me, but I would always tell them that my favorite thing to watch late at night when I was drinking was the Home Shopping Network, or QVC, or whatever the hell it's called now. And they'd always be like, you're crazy, you're crazy. And then I would put it on for them when we were all drunk, and I would like point out all of the, the common things that they always say and all these, and they always found it to be just hysterical. So it really brought me back to some great memories, just reliving the Home Shopping Network there. I love that this episode, once it actually gets into the episode itself, it starts with just full-on gratuitous nudity. I mean, what's a better way to start this? Some beautiful woman having sex, showing off her goods. Come on, you don't get much better than that. That's the best opening right there. That's how I want all of my episodes and movies to start. Oh my God, the fact that like he has sex with her and he tells her that he loved her and he tells her like they're gonna run away together and all this, and then when she's like, you told me you love me, and he like laughs at her and he's like, it's called salesmanship, and like he walks out. Oh my God, I want this guy dead. That is so fucked up to do to somebody. Seriously. I can't handle that stuff. It drives me crazy. And Tim Curry playing all three of these disgusting characters in this, two females. I mean, this is a pretty damn good comedic performance from him here. That makeup is so disturbing and fucking wretched. He looks awful. And the fact that he goes out and he swindles a grieving widow, like, I mean, she doesn't seem like she's grieving that hard. Once she finds out she could get 10 grand, she's like, let me go get my money. But dude, she has no money. She just spent it all on his funeral. Like, for him to be able to swindle somebody like that, like take their money and just she's like, $187 or something like that. This is like every cent I have in the world. Like, she has no money after that. She looks old too. She probably doesn't have a job. Her husband just died. There's no one to help. And oh my God, I want him dead so bad. He's so god awful. But then he goes over to their house and he's like, you selling something? And he comes in and, they're being all nice and they're like, we need to see it before we can buy it. And he goes out into the kitchen and he, I think that was just them, like, making sure he was a piece of shit. Like, because they kept kind of pushing for it. And then when he kept coming up with reasons for why he couldn't, they were like, all right, he's full of shit. It's time for him to die. But he goes out to the kitchen and he finds all, like, the head in the fucking microwave. Such a great reveal. And then he runs in and he sees a vacuum cleaner salesman has a vacuum stuck up through his throat, up and through his mouth. Oh man, I love it. And he just runs out and he tries to get out and they're locked in and they're going to kill him. And then they're like, well, he overhears them while he's supposedly knocked out. Like, well, if the daughter wants him, then he can stay alive. And of course he's like, Mr. Salesman, so he can put on the act and try to woo her. And then when he sees her, he's like, ooh. He tries so hard here. It's so funny to watch him try to pretend to be into her. That sex scene is so fucking disgusting. Just pulls up her skirt and her legs and the fact that like she's like, I want to, the body don't lie, computer don't lie. She's got a little teddy bear action going on here. But yeah, like, could you get a hard on at gunpoint? Like, get a hard on or I'll kill you. No, I don't think I could. I mean, you can't just get a hard on like that. That's just not how it works. But man, this guy has like a magic penis or something. He's able to get that thing going for this girl and ends up having sex with her. And then he has to marry her. And then, of course, he thinks he's deceived them and he ends up getting her to kill her parents. And it's all been one big elaborate ruse. He shoots her and then he digs his own grave, which is great. And I mean, they would have had to have dug that grave down there just to prove this point, like to their daughter. Like, this guy isn't really into you. And she's like, yeah, he is. And it's like, all right, we're going to put together this huge elaborate freaking hoax so that, you can be proved wrong here, that he is a piece of shit, like we say he is. So they like dug a 6-foot grave in the basement to throw a little box down in there with his little mortuary slip there, that thing he's selling, which I love is what's down there, because it's like he's getting killed by his own con, like he's gonna get buried with this. He's been selling plots and whatnot, and he gets buried with this fake paperwork. It's just kind of very poetic justice kind of thing. So I love how that all wraps up. I do find it, of course, ridiculous that she just realized like he for sure was going to shoot her in a place where she couldn't fake it. I'm guessing she had the blood packet in her hand. I guess it doesn't matter really where, because he doesn't know exactly where he shot her, but pretty convenient. She realized he was definitely going to be shooting her somewhere in the chest. I know I'm being silly there, but the only thing that sucks about this is that the two women and many other people, of course, but we only got to see the two women, the beautiful chick at the beginning, and then the grieving widow at right after that. Like, too bad they didn't get to find out that he had such an awful thing happen to him and then he died. I don't know what kind of people they are, but they should at least know, so they can be like, either, at least they would be like, all right, like, he got what he deserved. Some people wouldn't be like that, but I would be. This guy's terrible. So I love this episode. This is such a good one. All right, let's move on.